Welcome to the 3 Retro Movie Geek podcast with me, Rob Taylor.
Me, Scott Witham.
Me, Paul Constable.
Welcome to the 3 Retro Movie Geeks podcast with me, Rob, the Truffle Shuffle Taylor.
And me, Scott, I ain't got time to bleed with him.
And me, Paul, Save Cocktail Constable.
And we're going to be talking about 80s and 90s movies from our childhood.
The greatest cinema era ever.
All Tom Hanks wanted was a quiet vacation at home.
This is what I need, Carol. I need this.
Welcome to Mayfield Place. A typical street in the Burbs.
Morning, Walter.
Where nothing much ever happened.
Walter's dog just took a dump on Rumsfield's lawn again.
Until the Klopeks moved in.
Klopex? Klopex.
Klopek. No one goes in, no one comes out.
Neighbors from hell.
It was a nice place to live.
He said he thinks the Klopeks are evil incarnate.
Well, you're much too smart to fall for that, aren't you, honey?
But now,
Carol!
you wouldn't want to visit there.
Ray, this is Walter.
The Burbs.
I'm going over the fence, and I'm not coming back till I find a dead body.
Ray, do you want him to take your family, kidnap them, tear their livers out, and make some kind of satanic pate? We found Walter!
We got a real problem.
I hit the gas line, I'd run!
God, I love this street.
Tom Hanks.
I think we are overreacting.
No. The Burbs. It's one hell of a neighborhood.
Hey, honey, I think we should move.
Welcome to episode 23. Today we're discussing 1989 comedy thriller, The Burbs. Joining me once again are 2 nosy neighbours.
Oh dear, here we go.
It's poor, I hate cul-de-sacs constable. And Scott, it's Walter's wig Witham. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that. Nice hair, Scott. You looking nice?
Yeah. I dropped it. Oh, I've got to pick it up.
Yeah, make sure when you leave the studio you take your wig home.
Yes, The Burbs. We are discussing The Burbs, and we're back in the studio today, aren't we?
Yes.
Absolutely. We are back.
Back in the studio. We've been here since Top Gun.
That was only 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah.
But probably 3 months ago.
3 months ago, yeah.
Very nice.
Yes. Right. We all good?
Yeah, very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Good holiday?
Tickety-boo.
Yeah, I'm back from holiday. I had a good time there. Not doing much.
Any incidents?
No.
No? Nothing? Everything went smoothly while you were overseas?
Yes, we'll talk about it at the end of the podcast, shall we? Yeah, about our Facebook page. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for that, Scott.
Yeah, all good. Thank you. Yes. What have we been watching? Anything? You been watching much?
I went to the cinema to watch, first of all, the Olympics. Been watching the Olympics like crazy. But I went to the cinema to watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Ah, cool.
I'm not going to spoil it, but it was, I enjoyed myself.
Didn't you go like midnight as well?
Midnight, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Is that one of the first to
It was
see
the
it?
first. Yeah, the first to see
I thought it'd be shut. No.
No, it wasn't shut. It was delayed because there was a fire at the... someone pulled the fire alarm, apparently.
Brilliant.
So we're delayed. We're all in the queue, and the manager came out and said, "Sorry, we're going to be delayed." We're like, "Oh, God."
Yeah.
So we're not going to show the adverts and trailers. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's what
Problem
you want,
solved.
actually. Yeah,
I'd rather have a fire.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm watching. What about you, Paul?
Mainly watching Olympics, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the Olympics.
What's been your favourite event?
I like the swim. I mean, regular time I wouldn't watch it, but I've been enjoying watching the cycling, even though I hate cyclists on the roads. So I've been watching the cycling.
Whoa,
Good morning, all cyclists out there.
Yeah, good on you.
Unless they listen to our podcast, of course. No, I'm enjoying the swimming. It's been good. The athletics. I may have watched the dressage. I don't know. Snoop Dogg was there dressed up.
I've got a text from Bradley Wiggins. You 3 are a bunch of... Oh.
Hey, Bradley, leave me out of this.
Sorry, carry on.
I haven't watched many films. I watched The Creator, which is quite a modern film. That's really good. I love the soundtrack to that. It's another Hans Zimmer. I love the music to that film.
I've not seen that.
I had the soundtrack before I watched the film. Fell in love with the music. Thought, well, I better watch the film. And it was really good. What else have I watched? I've been watching on Apple Plus the Masters of the Sky series.
Austin Butler. That was filmed at Dalton Barracks.
That was filmed, just down the road. That's pretty good. That. Other than that, that's just been Olympics, unfortunately. I mean, next week I will probably go back to watching films. It's our wedding anniversary last week.
How many years?
13.
Let's see. Ooh, unlucky.
Thanks. My wife bought me a vintage. I love the old cinema lamps.
Right.
So it's not quite like that, but it's in that kind of style for the garden. So I'm going to put it in the garden, watch a film in the garden, and have a cinema night.
Nice. Yeah, I've been watching the Olympics. Rock climbing, that's been cool. Mm-hmm. That canoeing event when there's 4 of them and they all go in together.
I missed that.
Oh, I did miss that.
That was
as well.
mental. And the skateboarding was quite cool. That was just like a party, basically.
Yeah. I still 51 years old. Our English guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool, wasn't it? You see the
Yeah,
photos,
he
like
was,
him and
yeah.
a couple of kids. It's like
Yeah.
his dad's thinking.
Because he had Tony Hawk was there as well,
Yeah.
weren't he? Like loving
Yeah.
it. It's like mental.
And the Snoop Dogg Olympics, I've been
Oh
calling
wow,
it.
he's been.
He's been quality.
Oh, the gymnastics was good to watch as well.
Mind you,
What's
rumour
that?
for the.
Simone Biles. Just,
I don't like gymnastics.
oh, it's incredible.
I get it. They are very talented. They're very good athletes, but to watch it, I just.
Anyone can do a roly-poly, can't they?
This is it, right? Well,
Even my grandson could do a
all
roly
these
poly. He wasn't
armchair
picked.
critics going like eating like a bag of Watsits and then trying to get up to the
Canistella,
toilet and
so-
pulling their back, saying, "Oh, why did you over rotate on that last pirouette, or whatever?" I advocate that, and I've heard this before. It's a brilliant thing. They should just let regular people
Yes.
go and do the.
I said this. I put this on social media. Yeah, you should just be drawn out of a hat.
Yeah.
And if you get gymnastics, you got to go and do gymnastics.
Yeah, so it'd be like canoeing. It'd be me upside down, just bobbing all the way
Yeah.
down the course.
That I
Scoring
would pay
nil
to
point.
watch.
Yeah, exactly. People would pay to watch that.
Do you see where the closing ceremony? Tom Cruise is supposed to be.
Yes, 'cause
He's supposed to be abseiling or something. From,
He's skydiving. No, he's jumping out of a plane. I think, isn't
Oh,
he?
surprise, surprise.
Yeah, he's already filmed
When don't
part
he?
of it because it's LA next.
Right,
That's
of
what-
course.
yeah, he's already filmed at the Hollywood sign.
But he's doing something live at the Paris thing.
Right.
Yeah,
He
It's
loves
got
it.
to be.
good old Tom Cruise.
I
Yeah.
like Tom
Who
Cruise.
else would it
He's-
be? I mean, it's a great advert for the LA
With Mission
Olympics.
Impossible music, do you reckon?
Probably.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Tom, I mean, you're more than welcome on our podcast. Come and have an interview,
He
have a
spends
chat.
a lot of time around here, apparently.
Yeah.
I think he lives in London now.
But
Yeah.
Cotswolds. He spends a lot of time around the Cotswolds.
Yeah, because his helicopters a few times landed at Oxford Airport. Seen on the news. And funny enough, actually, because it was in the paper, and you go on that flight tracker thing, and actually flew over Farringdon en route to Oxford
Okay.
Airport. But he didn't stop him for a
Did he
coffee.
jump out of it?
No,
No.
I mean, so yeah, Tom, if you're flying over again, pop in.
Yeah, jump
Go
out
pop
at-
to the Wheat Sheaf or something.
Yeah. Or Stanford in the Vale, just drop out there and come in and do our podcast with us.
Yeah.
I was watching, I've gone through Stranger Things 4 again.
Ooh.
I got about 2 episodes. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times now, but
Yeah.
I still just love that. And then I watched a Freddy Krueger film. One of the Freddy Krueger films. Actually, talking to Freddy Krueger, he's been in the country again.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in the country, old Freddy. I met him for lunch the other day, and he was running late, wasn't he? I thought, bloody hell. I said, where? I looked at my watch. Where is he? I phoned him up. Got my phone out. Phoned him up. Took him a while to answer because of his glove. He managed to answer it. I said, where are you, Freddie? He said, sorry, mate, I'm running late. He said, traffic's a nightmare on Elm Street.
Jesus.
As
They
the
don't
old
get any
jokes
better.
Go, that's not bad actually.
I
quite
don't
like that one.
encourage him.
Yeah. Then we turned up and had a bit of lunch. Yeah. Me and Freddie. Ain't seen him for ages, to be honest. That's all I've been watching. And I've got a new feature now.
Oh,
Ready? We need a jingle for it, don't we?
guess the film. Guess the film. Guess the film.
Guess the film.
Guess the film.
Guess the film.
Guess the film.
Okay, right. So this is a new little feature. Everyone is bloody excited now listening to this.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Okay, you've got to guess the film that I've been watching. I'm going to give you 5 clues. If you get it on the first clue, you get 5 points.
Is it the first one to buzz?
You can just shout it out. We only have one. You'll have one guess
Per clue.
per clue. So if you get it on the first clue, 5 points. Second clue, 4 points, all the way down to the 5th clue. And
How much if you don't have a clue?
10.
If you can guess it now,
Yeah.
go on then, go for it.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No.
Okay.
I
That
haven't
would
watched
have
that.
been too
but- yeah.
easy.
And then these points will be added to the quiz.
Oh, mixing it up a bit.
Now you've perked up, haven't you? Okay, so the first question then. Right, I've got to get a pen so I can write this down. For 5 points, 1981 was when it was released. It was directed by John Huston. So I'm sticking 80s. No.
81.
No. Okay, so 5 points out. And there a quiz show on telly that's something like this. If you guess it,
Don't know.
with 5 points and then 4 points. Anyway, for 4 points, it was set during the war. A 1981 film set during the war.
Which war?
The
war.
I didn't want to give any clues away.
Yeah, I'll have a guess.
Go on then.
Where Eagles Dare.
Very good guess, but incorrect.
Okay. I can't remember. I think that was actually...
You might get it with the next question.
I don't think that was
With
81.
the next hint, I should say. This is for 3 points. It starred Michael Caine. It starred Michael bloody Caine.
Well, funny is to say, he was in... Oh!
This is good. This is good. Oh. This is for 3 points added to your quiz total.
Oh, bugger.
I'm shaking in my boots.
I can't think of the name of the film.
Oh.
Because I've been where it was filmed.
Have you?
Charlestown.
war
In
film.
Dorset. Charlestown in
A
Dorset.
war film with Michael Caine.
It was about the war.
Yeah.
Oh, this is exciting.
I can't think what it's called.
Okay, for 2 points.
I can't think what it's called. It's filmed in Charlestown.
For 2 points, the next clue is football.
Oh, no.
Stallone's in it. It's not the name of the film. But Stallone's
I've got
in it, but
a
I can't
different
remember
film.
the name.
Escape to Victory.
Stallone's got-
Escape to Victory, Paul. Well done.
I was thinking of a different film, but I've got it in the end.
I'm alright, Stallone's in it. He's a goalkeeper. Yeah?
Next clue was
And Pele.
Sylvester
he was,
Stallone
yeah,
and
yeah.
Pele was the next clue.
Yeah.
So 2 points, Paul, on to your quiz. I'll write this down so we know.
Yeah, write that down. 2 points.
That's quite good.
All right, Scotty boy, on 2 ahead.
This could make
Do you
it
know what?
interesting.
I watched. We are talking about the Burbs this podcast, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're 10
I
minutes
watched
in.
it for the last night. This was for the first time last
Yeah,
night.
Burbs, let's go.
You've not
and
seen it before either?
Never seen it before. I didn't take notes. I'm not confident in my ability this time
See,
round.
this was my choice, the Burbs.
Yeah, so
So I loved it.
It's a good film. Actually, watching the first 5-10 minutes, I was like, what the...
Yeah.
And I was like, and I
It's
watched it
silly.
all the way through, and I actually enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching it the second time. We've got it on behind. I'm kind of having a little glimpse. It was a good film. I like it.
You haven't got to think about it. It's a silly film. You can just watch.
It was a
and-
damn sight better than your last recommendation.
Oh, Never Ending Story.
yeah, that was shit.
No.
Still is
No,
shit.
no.
This was a lot
Never Ending
better.
Story. Sorry, Rob. Sorry, is better than
Yeah.
the Burbs.
Never Ending Story is my favourite kids
This
film.
is an
so,
Oscar
yeah.
winning film compared to The Never-Ending Story.
No,
No, Never Ending Story was my
I'm
I'm
favourite.
just waiting for the backlash now on
I
Instagram
would,
from our listeners.
I guess I enjoyed watching the film I'd never seen before, but I did text you straight away. Just, this is a
Yeah.
bloody weird film.
Yeah.
Weird film.
It's really good.
We've got
I
some big
enjoyed it.
names in it. We've got
They
Tom Hanks
have,
in it.
yeah.
Corey
Wendy
Feldman.
Shaw.
I couldn't believe he was in it. I knew Tom Hanks was in it.
Harry
Yeah.
Fisher.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised to see her
It's
in
nice
it.
to see, that actors that I've never seen, a role I've never seen before. It's like revisiting them when they're younger, like a film's just come out, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Why I'd only ever seen Carrie Fisher in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I struggle to think of.
When Harry Met
You know,
Sally.
so-
I did watch When Harry Met Sally recently.
Is she in that?
Yeah, she's in.
Never seen it.
Well, that should be on my list then.
When did he meet her?
At college, but that's a different. That's a different episode.
Well, okay. What is your Tom Hanks film then? If I said to you, name me your favourite Tom Hanks film, or what would you associate Tom Hanks with?
Forrest Gump for me.
Okay, yeah.
I think it probably...
Castaway maybe.
My wife said Forrest Gump last night when I asked this
There's too
question.
many films. He's like...
He
is
there's
a
too many films.
fucking legend.
Probably
Pardon my
Castaway
French,
for me.
but... I mean, Big. I love Big.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, legend. Castaway, fantastic. We watched... what's it called? His latest one is on Sky, where he... can't think what it's called now. That was really good. Where he's like the grumpy neighbour.
Don't know.
Can't think what it's called. That was really good. I mean, the Miracle on the Hudson, great film.
Oh, Sully.
Sully, that's it. You know, that was a great film. I mean, I don't think Tom Hanks does a crap film.
I think he was 33 in this, and he's nearly 70 now. He's about 68.
Yeah, he's a legend, isn't he?
But do you always, whenever you say Tom Hanks, you just picture him in an 80s film, don't you?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
see him
Yeah.
now, and you think that's not Tom Hanks. My Tom Hanks was in Big,
Big black
or whatever.
curly hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Big was the first film I saw him in. You know, back in the
There's a
80s.
couple of scenes in this film when he sort of loses it a bit, I think. And it just sounds what it is. Obviously, the same voice. Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah.
There's a couple of it. And if you shut your eyes, that is Woody. How he's acting as well.
Yeah. Toy Story 3, love that film.
Toy Story.
It's the best one of the series.
Corey Feldman as well.
Legend, yeah. I mean, I was, again, surprised to see him in this.
What's your Corey Feldman film?
Probably Goonies, yeah.
Goonies, isn't it?
I mean,
You got to Stand By Me, but I would associate him with Goonies before anything else.
yeah, because he was amazing in the Goonies, his character and the way he portrayed it.
Directed by Joe Dante, who also did Gremlins, which we've done.
Oh, that makes a bit of sense then, actually.
Yeah, because Dick Miller's in it, and he
Yes.
put Dick Miller in a lot of
The
his
Garbage
films.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering where.
Yeah, I saw him.
There's a couple of people where I was just like, I know that face. The Doctor, for example.
Yes.
What's the Doctor been in?
I didn't look him up actually, but yeah, I do. I've
Is
seen
he
him
the one at the end of the film in the
in the ambulance? Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Klobeck.
I'll tell you who he reminded me of, and I can't remember which one it is. The short one, Penn and Teller, the magician.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
The one who, obviously
Yeah,
the short
yeah.
one, not the big chunky
Yeah,
chap.
I know what you mean.
He reminded me of him, but
What else did Joe Dante do? He did Explorers in Inner Space, which we've
Which we've
mentioned.
got to do.
Yeah,
We've got to do those two as well.
yeah, they're again great kids films.
Yeah.
Which is what I love. Tom Hanks was hesitant to do this film because it's the first film he did where he was a dad.
Yeah.
In the film.
Okay.
In the
I
film.
was surprised actually seeing him
Yeah.
as a father.
And then we got Art, who is Rick Ducommun, he was in Groundhog Day, and he was also, if you want to sound the Die Hard alarm, he was in Die Hard.
no shit.
Yeah.
He was the guy that you know when they say about he can turn the power off or the electric off, and he's in the ground, and he just and remember he joked about it before, didn't we? It's as if you just press one
Yeah,
button.
I can do it. It's right here.
Yeah,
You know?
that was him, Rick
Yeah.
Ducommun.
Wow.
And he reminds me of Ray from Ghostbusters in this.
Do you know what I was thinking exactly? That.
Really?
If they were to do a Ghostbusters or an alternate version of the Ghostbusters, he would be a perfect. You're more like the cartoon Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Ray,
he just reminds me of Ray.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to do it now because sadly he's passed away.
Come back as a ghost.
You could come back as a ghost. Good one. That is good thinking. 18 million and it took 49 million.
Yeah.
Couple of little interesting facts. It was filmed on the Universal backlot.
Colonial Street.
It was. Do you know what program this was also? This street was used in.
Loads of
Program, not
things.
TV.
Program.
Not a movie. Sorry.
Desperate Housewives.
Desperate Housewives. Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of films. I mean, Colonial Street isn't Lethal Weapon. No, or something filmed.
Don't know. I got a house.
There's loads of films.
I got a famous house that was in this. So Ricky's house, Corey Feldman. That house was used in The Munsters in 1964.
Nice.
But they didn't want to show that house much because it was obvious. That's why you don't see that house as much. And another interesting one, as a link to our last film, during the filming, you could hear over a tannoy the word "help" shouted.
Right.
And this was because just over the hill was the Jaws ride.
Really? So they couldn't get rid of the Jaws?
So you hear like a "help," and that must be like part of the ride. It's on a tannoy.
Amazing.
And I don't know if you can hear it in the film. They probably cut it out, but yes, that is all we got on the Burbs. Anyone else?
See you next week.
See you later. Thanks for coming. I think that's all we got. Yeah, so shall we go through it?
Yeah, let's go.
Before we go through it, though, I got us a little snack.
All snack.
Do you want a snack, Paul? Hold on, Paul's.
Yeah.
He's back in the room. Paul.
Yeah.
All right, I've got us a snack.
What's he got?
Just gonna get out.
Great
Plate.
radio here.
Yeah, the plate. I got us some pretzels.
Oh no.
A couple of pretzels. And I've got us
Sardines.
some sardines.
Yeah, leave the sardines shut.
Oh god.
Have you ever opened a tin of sardines before?
Yeah, it makes a
No.
fucking mess.
Is it?
It's like tuna. It's got full of juice inside.
Have a look. Do you want to? You got to eat it on a pretzel.
I was excited when you guys said you had a snack as well. I was thinking
I'm just going to open the
Pringles,
Spill that. You're
jelly tots.
There it is.
Oh,
look
mate.
at that. Just
So
open
he's even got the one in tomato sauce.
Oh,
He's going to
smell
get.
that.
He's got it all over his hands.
it. Oh, right.
Who are you?
Does anyone want one on a pretzel?
No.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, positive fakes.
Oh no, I've never bought. Funny enough, I went into the shop in Farringdon. It smells in here now, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And all I got was a tin of sardines, and it was Omar. And he said, "What film are you doing next?" And I said, "Here's a clue."
I'm just taking a
smells like
picture. There's a
Cat
pretzel.
food.
You sure you don't want it?
Positive, thanks, mate.
I tell you what.
Your kid's going to love you when you take that home
Oh look,
in the car.
he's got the skin and everything's in there. Should I just leave it in front of you, Scott?
No.
I'll put it out. Okay, I'll go and put it outside here.
Oh,
I'll just put it out here. Keep talking.
I think we need to ditch him.
if we do need to ditch him.
Oh, mate,
What's wrong with you?
My hands
Jesus.
stink now.
We'll talk amongst ourselves. Go and wash your hands.
I'll go wash
your
your hands and take
Keep
them
talking.
bloody sardines. Jesus.
Right, whilst we're waiting for Paul.
No, I'm stood next to you.
Let's talk about what we're going to be doing in the future. We haven't got our episodes out as often as we would have liked, just because of life gets in the way, and there's three of us. We've all got conflicting schedules. I think we've done well, but you know, in the future, what we're going to do is going to try and get them out more regularly, which will mean that there will be not always be all three of us here. So that's what's going to happen in the future. We've each got a list of 6 movies each that we want to cover next. Whether we go over them now or whether we go over them later, I'm just talking about what we're going to do in the future.
Okay.
So it won't always, with you going away to wash your hands there, it won't always be all 3 of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It always sounds better when there's 2, I think.
We want to knock them
So
out
they
quicker, don't we?
Yeah, knock them out quicker.
We'll knock one out quicker. We.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen in the future. And we've got our list of 6 that we're going to focus on each.
We'll try and meet when we can. All
Meet when
three.
we can and see if all 3 of us can get to it as often as possible.
We're only thinking of the listeners, aren't
Paul,
we?
do you want to read your 6 out that you want to
Yeah, so my 6, it was difficult. Well, we originally were going to do top 5, weren't we? And then I think we've all done 6. I mean, there was still a couple I wanted to add, but kept it 6. So, I've got Cocktail, Beverly Hills Cop, Field of Dreams, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, The Secret of My Success, and probably the best one on the list, Back to the Future Part 2.
So they're the ones that you're going to be involved in, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul will definitely be there for those
Good.
ones.
I mean, those are amazing films. Field of Dreams, love it.
Can you smell fish?
Yes, I can smell sardines.
Sorry, carry on.
Rob, yours.
Mine, I'll come over to your mic, Scott. Mine was Terminator, batteries not included, Two in the Hooch, Big, Labyrinth, and Teen Wolf.
Cool. We've got Robocop, Rocky IV, Running Man, Aliens, Good Morning Vietnam, and Big Trouble, Little China.
And did we have the list of the ones we got to do all together?
No, we haven't gone that far yet.
That's on there, yeah.
We were going to discuss which ones we all want, ones we wanted to do.
Yeah, some big ones. So
Well, again, we're going to try and do as many of those as I can.
yeah, and there's some big ones we want to do.
I know you 3
Together.
or you 2 want to do Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're not involved in that one.
No. Right. Okay. Should we go through the Burbs?
Right, let's do it.
Let's go through the Burbs. I still smell fish. Right.
So
Okay.
Burbs, plural, well, not plural, short for suburbs.
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 Suburbanites.
Yeah.
It starts off with the Universal.
They always do really cool things with the Universal.
Yeah.
There's one company who's always done really cool things with that interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that about Universal.
Yeah. Zooms in, doesn't it?
Right down to the suburb.
Yeah. Hinkley Hills, Mayfield Place. And we zoom straight down, and then we get old Ray, who is Tom Hanks. He comes out of his house, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. There's a bit of a noise going on. And this old-looking house, the basement lights light up and a lot of noise going on. Real old-looking house.
Kind of reminds me of Edward Scissorhands, you know, where you got all
Yeah.
these nice houses, then you just
Right.
got this one run-down sort of...
It does have a Tim Burton kind of feel to it, actually, doesn't it?
Oh, hang on. He's off.
Is that did you only move it around the corner? No wonder it smells.
It still smells.
Ugh. I bet you thought that was a really good idea, didn't you?
I'm never bringing the tin of sardines ever again to a podcast. Rule number 1: don't bring sardines to a podcast. Right. Okay. Next morning, Paperboy.
Yep. Good old fashioned paperboy from the 80s, throwing them.
Does
away.
it just remind you of the computer game?
Yeah.
I always wanted that.
Love that game.
I never
Imagine
had
how. Did you ever have a paper round?
it. No.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Did you
I'd
ever
done my-
throw it or did you post it through the
I always
letterbox?
post it through. I've done my
Exactly.
paper round for
Maybe
14
it's-
years.
Maybe
I gave
it's
it.
English.
I gave it in paper round when I was 24. No, 12 years.
English.
I was 24 when I gave
We
it.
actually put it through the letterbox, but we
Yeah.
never used to just throw it on the goddamn lawn.
No, but in America though, and same
They
with
got big-
Australia, they got the post boxes, haven't they? A lot of them on the lawn. Plus, it doesn't piss down the rain like it does in the UK.
Yeah.
There was another game I used to like. Just go off tangent slightly. Dustman,
Right.
a bit like Paperboy, but Dustman, where obviously you were.
I've never heard of Dustman.
No.
Never seen it. It was like Spectrum, I think it was.
Ah,
Great game. Sorry.
sounds a bit rubbish to me.
I'm a load of trash.
Yeah, and old Ray tries to chuck his coffee at the paper, doesn't he? Yeah. Imagine if I hit him, like scold him.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Ricky is painting his house. He puts some music on, and then my favourite character, Rumsfeld, comes out. He's the what's the word? Patriotic American, isn't he?
Reminds me of Tackleberry from Police Academy. Academy.
Puts the flag up and stands in dog shit. All I've got here is Hot Wife.
Wendy Charles. When I recognise the name, I looked her up. She's an American Dad, which is like an animated thing, Family Guy kind of S. That's why I recognise the name. She is hot.
Yeah, she's in there, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, Corey Feldman. I mean, he comes out and I can't remember what's her name.
Hot Wife.
Hot Wife.
Yeah.
He comes out and goes,
No tan lines.
Hot Wife, no tan lines.
Yeah,
Nice. And the husband just
Her
like,
husband just doesn't give a damn.
She was like bending over doing a gardening.
She knew.
She knew, didn't she?
she knew she had no tan lines.
Yeah. Ray's got them all. Well, not the morning off work. He's got the whole 2 weeks off work.
Is it 2 weeks or just 1 week?
Is it 1 week? I don't know.
1 week.
He's got a bit of time off anyway.
Week off.
But he just wants to stay in the house, doesn't
This is, you know, this brings parallel to me at home. Because a week off, I'd love a week off at home just to do nothing. But again, if I had a week off, sorry, Holly, but you would be, and you did agree with this last night. You were like, let's go and do something.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want to just stay around. I'm enjoying myself.
he? Yeah.
She's like, no, let's go and do something.
You could
She
just
said,
do the
"No,
odd bit of
yeah.
DIY,
Yeah.
chill out.
I'm on his side, and I can see parallels to my life.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go away, does he?
Yeah.
Do a few podcasts.
Do a few podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, one of the cereal packet in the corner is Gremlin cereal.
Right.
Did you clock that?
No, I didn't.
Obviously, Joe Dante. I don't know if you could get Gremlin cereal if it was just for this film. Don't know. We never had it over here, did we?
No.
And then the neighbour comes in, Art. He was shooting a crow, which I didn't quite get.
Gun.
And he comes in and basically eats all their breakfast.
I mean, he's going in the fridge and getting ribs out.
Yeah.
And yeah, all sorts.
He's a funny character. Have you seen that bit where he's eating the breakfast and then Carol comes past with some dog food?
Is it dog food?
Yeah, it literally just stands there for a second and he puts his hand in and eats it.
Oh,
And
I
then
didn't get it. I didn't know what it was.
Nothing's
Okay.
said. It's just
And
going
he just
on.
goes, oh, what's
yeah,
that?
yeah, that's good. And then we do see one of the Klopex come out of the house.
Yeah.
The Klopex, this weird family on the corner, aren't they? And then you get organ music every time you see them. Ray and Art dare each other to go and say hello. And they go up to the house. Do you like that bit, Paul, when he says it? When he goes up? And what number is it on the house?
I thought it was going to be a quiz number. 669
Yeah.
turns to 666.
Yeah. That's the devil sign, is it, or something?
The Omen, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the number of the beast, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I really thought you were going to put that in the quiz.
And then loads of bees come flying out, don't they?
Yeah.
Ricky is bloody loving it. See, he loves this street, doesn't he? 'Cause
He
it's just-
loves the street. It's like the last line of the film, isn't it? I love the street.
There's loads of stuff goes on there.
And he has his girlfriend to come over and just sits out and watch. Are his parents out or away
I
or
don't
on
know.
holiday?
He must be away on. He's got to paint the house.
I was wondering if he actually owned the house at one point.
No. I
Well,
think
he has a
it's-
party later on, doesn't
Yeah.
he? He's got
Yeah.
loads of mates around having a barbie and stuff.
Yeah. They meet that night. Art meets with Ricky and Ricky and Ray. Green sky in the morning. Neighbour take warning. Green sky at night. Neighbour take.
Flight.
Yes. And Art tells a story about Skip.
Yes.
This guy who just lost it for living in the suburbs, didn't he? Suburbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the smell and the deep body's decomposing.
Yeah.
And
then-
smell of sardines.
Ray says he remembers that, but then it turns out it was it real or was it just they were playing a prank on him?
Well, no, they sort of made him jump at the end,
Yeah.
didn't they? But he does remember that
Right, so it was
happening.
real. Okay.
Yeah. And then we get Sir Rumsfeld comes out with Ray, and they meet up, and he has his night scope. Any like a little bit of activity like that, Rumsfeld's loving it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like boys' army, because he used to be in the army, and they're just hanging about outside, spying on the Klopex. When the car drives out of the Klopex garage,
Just to put garbage in the trash in the trash can.
body. He goes, oh, I've never seen that. I've never seen anyone drive their garbage to the end of the street, bang the hell out of it with a stick. I've never seen that. Did you reckon that was a body in there?
It's not. it's not kind of answered really, because they get up in the morning and
it's gone.
catch the garbage man.
But that night he saw him digging, didn't he, in the garden?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if they dug the bodies because he burned them in the first.
Again, it's awfully like not lots answered.
No.
They get later on they find a femur,
Yeah.
which is a human bone,
Yeah.
but they go and I'm skipping way ahead now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I reckon did they switch it at night? And this is what they suggested.
Yeah.
Because the garbage men come, Dick Miller, and Rumsfeld comes running out, half shaved.
Do you know with Dick Miller, the other person, we're probably not a Star Trek fan, but the other person who's got the kind of the rainbow and he's talking about crystals and stuff like the other garbage man. He's not doing any work.
Yeah.
He's the holographic doctor in Star Trek.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I had his name, but I don't.
Didn't know him.
Big fan.
Yeah, I thought I had his name.
Yeah, and the garbage men are like, they just think they'll go mental in it. He says, "Get out of here. I hate cul-de-sac. There's only one way out." Nice street as well. That house on the end, Walter's house, lovely, wasn't it?
Best lawn.
Yeah.
Because his dog doesn't crap on it.
But Walter's dog is out, and with no sign of Walter.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I know.
So they go over to Walter's house to see what's going on. They can't get in. Luckily, Rumsfeld, he gets in a soldier's way, saves the day. He manages to break in. This is funny. They go into his house. Signs of a struggle.
Because the chair's over and the TV's on.
Yeah. Signs of a struggle here. He just sat on his... No sofa, he just sat on a little chair.
Dead cat on the floor.
Yeah. But it's not, is it?
No.
Oh, no,
Scott Twig.
It was on the stove, wasn't it? Because she screams and they run into the other room. And Ricky's like, go upstairs, dude, see if he's cut his head open and in the bath with blood everywhere. Ricky is just that, dude.
Yeah, totally that dude.
Ray leaves a note saying, Walter, I have your dog.
Yeah, and I knew something was going to come of that because it was a nice message before and he screws it up.
Yeah.
And then Walter, I have your dog.
I have your dog.
He's very passive aggressive. Yeah.
He puts it through Walter's letterbox. Then we get, next scene, we got Ray and Art are in the basement looking up satanic, is that the right word? Books?
Demonology.
That's the one. Who has books like that in their basement?
Raise a cult.
Raise a cult. Good one.
Well, I haven't got a basement, so...
Yeah.
Basements are 80s movies.
Well, American.
Yeah. Basements were in a lot of films. Basements and attics.
Attics. I know a good film when there's an attic.
What's that?
Never-ending
I was
story.
going to say, if you say Never Ending Story, you didn't even realise there was an attic in Never Ending Story.
Basements. And the basements are cool in American houses, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're massive.
Yeah. The space that you could go and, play as a kid.
Yeah, it would be cool, wouldn't it? Just store shit.
Awesome.
You put shit down there.
But also, why probably lots of Americans are scared of stuff because of basements.
Yes. Home Alone, yes, the furnace scares him and that, doesn't it? When he runs down the basement. Ray has a bit of a nightmare that night.
Yep.
And when he wakes from his nightmare, nice little fact here, he was watching Mr. Rogers' Neighbourhood, which started in 1968. Later on, in 2019, Hanks played Fred Rogers in the film A Beautiful Day in the Neighbourhood. And he played that character. I don't know what this programme is. It must be an American...
So, again, watching a lot of Family Guy, they reference a lot of TVs and that type of time. So it is just... What's the equivalent of an English thing? I don't know, but...
Brilliant.
But we almost... Not like Rolf's Cartoon Club, but when you've got a bad analogy there, sorry. But just
Jim No.
Exactly. Bloody English TV. Just... You imagine... Okay, the program that Mrs. Doubtfire went on to make.
Yes, that's a good...
If you think of that, where you'd have a host and they'd go on like little journeys.
That's a good example.
That's the best I could come up with.
I like that one. Yeah, I know what you mean. One of those programs. Art and Rumsfeld go to see Ray. This is funny. When Ray's up on the balcony of his house, and Rumsfeld and Art go up to him. And
this was brilliant. I did like this.
We got a plan. He's like, the missus is behind me. Yeah. And then she comes out and says, he can't come out till he resembles the man I married.
That'll take forever.
Yeah,
we don't have that type of time.
Yeah. And then he can't come out, and then sort of like he sort of kicks his
Yeah,
foot into,
it's brilliant. He kicks the floor just like kids
Like a
asking.
kid.
And I was just like taken back to remember when you used to call on people.
Yeah, go and call on your mates. Yeah.
Rob, come out to play.
Yeah.
Rob,
Yeah.
your friends are here. I don't know, it's the gammy one and the one with long hair.
He's just having his dinner.
Yeah.
He'll be out, and then you wolf your dinner down really quick, don't you? You'll be hungry later. You can't have a snack when you get in.
That was brilliant.
And you go out.
Yeah.
No phones. You just go out and you've gone for hours. No one knows where you are.
Yeah, it's great.
You come in when the street lights come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a sad thing you see on social media. It's like there was a day when your friends called for you for the last time.
Yes.
It's like last time you ever pick your kids up. There's things like that, and there's a time where the last time.
Yeah, you don't think of it at the time, do you?
Yeah. Oh,
Bless you.
Sorry.
What did you used to play when you was kids? Kirby?
No, Whip It.
Whip It.
Remember Whip It?
Whip It good. No. What's that?
It's just like Blocky almost.
Ah, Blocky.
Yeah.
Blocky 1, 2, 3.
Blocky 3. Yeah, Jesus. Remember
Whip
that.
It was slightly different.
Blocky, you had like a home, didn't you? And when you
Yeah.
found that person, you had to run back to that place and say Blocky 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I think Whip It was actually pretty much the same.
You did yours with whips.
No, you just said Whip It.
Sexual
1, 2,
game, was
3
it?
Rather than Blocky.
When you
Why?
found,
What's wrong
when
with
you
you
found
this
someone, you
morning?
smacked him around the arse with your
You need
whips.
a cold shower.
Yeah.
Whips.
Or some sardines.
Is
Do
this
Yeah.
it's a
you
sardines.
remember Boot Square?
Boot Square? Yes, remember that.
And then Tunnel of Boots?
yeah.
No, we used to play that at school
Yeah.
as well. And I mean, there was a couple of kids at school. You know,
Yeah.
we used to come to school with boots on just to get a good boot in.
Heads and volleys.
Do you not remember that?
Heads and volleys. Remember Heads and volleys?
And
Remember
if,
Boot Square?
Square
Scott?
ball.
square ball.
No.
I don't know that one.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, heads and volleys. And if the keeper caught it when you shot, you had to go in goal.
Oh, yeah.
And you like
Nobody,
points.
nobody wanted to be in goal.
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
That was good. I was good at Bulldogs 'cause I was fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Who do you play with? A bunch of 2-year-olds?
3-year-olds. I was about 19.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yes, I'll go back. Let's go back to that. Quickly moving on. So next scene, Ray's relaxing in his garden, and Art comes over, doesn't he? And he said that he's put a note through the door. No, he's put a note under the door, didn't he? And Ray is a bit furious because he put a note as well.
And the guy saw him.
Yeah, and the guy saw him putting a note through, so he thinks it's him. And this is when Ray reminds me of Woody from Toy Story. He does this sort of, no, they're going to think I did it. And the way he moves and everything just looks like Woody. The dog brings a bone over.
And they keep throwing it without realising.
That's great, isn't it? Do you know what this is? It's a bone. It's a femur. It's a femur bone. And they think it's Walter and scream at the camera. No.
Yeah, that was a bit of an odd part, that was.
Yeah. Looks something out of a
So
cartoon.
when they scream and then they doesn't,
Zoom in and
it doesn't
out.
cut.
Yeah.
They kind of run out of breath and go, all right, let's go over here.
Note comes back over the fence, and Art's like, it could just be a litter bug. It could be a litter bug.
receipt.
It could be a receipt
from
napkin.
something,
It could be
yeah.
a. And he goes, no, it's my note.
Yeah.
Ray is a bit annoyed. The wives think that they should just go and speak to the Klopeks.
Good old wives, you know. Just
Yeah.
like, let's just go over there. Let's clear this whole thing up. What is it phrase? We'll find out more about them in 10 minutes
Yeah.
than you have in 10 hours. or
Snooping
something like
around, yeah. What I like about it is the guys are they're like kids in this film, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's just funny.
absolutely.
It's just kids messing about. And then the wives are the sensible ones. Let's do it the mature adult way. Boring. Boring. He takes brownies over, drops them. There goes the goddamn brownies. That bit made me laugh. And he stands on the thing. He's walking across the street with the brownies.
There's all the goddamn brownies.
And then inside, and Rumsfeld's just picking the wallpaper off.
that. Yeah. Why not?
No.
That was
Literally
you.
ripping.
Oi, what you doing?
Hey, that was a bit off. And he gives him a sardine
Yeah, on pretzels.
on pretzels. You sure you don't want one?
So last night I saw that. I'm like, oh, that can't be that bad. They're making it. And then again, you just brought that up. It's like, oh
Yeah.
God, Jesus.
I can still smell it on my fingers.
get
Can you smell?
out of it.
Put that, go on, give it a smell. Oh, stinks, doesn't it? But Ray eats one because Carol's there. His missus. She's like, yeah, go on.
Go on. It's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, love. Thanks for that.
And then they're just like the camera focuses on him, just awkwardly chewing this sardine. They mentioned about the old neighbours, and they think there's someone else upstairs, don't they? And Rumsfeld's like, oh yeah, what's going on?
And then
Yeah.
they get some knocks back.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's a doctor who walks in.
The doctor.
Here goes the sardines and pretzels.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, it looks a bit like you, Rob.
We've got it on in the background.
So this doctor,
Same teeth.
someone please tell me what he's been in,
Yeah.
what I recognise him from.
We could pause now and quickly look it up.
Uh,
So Dr. Klopek was Harry Gibson, Scott.
Harry Gibson.
He was in a lot of films. Wedding Crashers, Blues Brothers.
Who's in the Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, Inner Space.
Magnum PI.
Magnum P.I. You recognise him from any of those?
No, not really. But I must have watched these things again.
Yeah.
He's kind of an actor who's in the background.
He's not like he's not the main character, is he? Anyway, Ray drops his tea and he runs to the bathroom, doesn't he? And we don't think nothing happens here, but something does because he finds something.
We don't know that until later.
No, later that night, and then they go back to Ray's. This is good.
So he's all calm.
Yeah.
And I thought something was up here. He's like, I think they're clean.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the feel of the themes going the stories going that way. You know, you think the story's all about these neighbours going crazy for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, yes, they're suspicious, but actually nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, Ray's caught on to it, and this is where they're going with it. They're going to prove that, guys, it's you're the problem, not the Klopeks.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Thought you fell over then, Paul.
No, it's spitting rain.
Oh, okay. Thought you fell over. Yes,
FEMA.
he is playing it cool, isn't he? But then he says, "I'm just going to go and chat with the guys."
Yeah.
And then Rumsfeld, "Are you totally pussy whipped or what? Just take your balls out of your wife's purse. Make a stand for once in your life."
And he goes to do it.
Yes.
He goes to actually reach up his shorts and get his balls out.
Didn't mean literally.
No. And he brings out the toupee.
Yes.
He's clearly been up against his scrotum.
Yeah. And this is what he found in the toilet of the Klopeks.
Yeah.
And
Next to some TV guides.
Yes.
With
that's it.
With Thingy's address on it.
Yes. And Ray says, I'm going over the fence. I'm not coming back till I find a dead body.
Nobody. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Nobody knocks off an old man in my neighbourhood and gets away with it.
That's it.
Right, have you knocked off an old man before?
Not in my neighbourhood.
No, okay. No. But you have knocked off an old man.
Yeah.
Okay. Next day, golfing trip. They make out they're going on a golfing trip. It's great. He comes over his golfing gear. We're going to play so much golf, Carol. It's going to be brilliant.
That's brilliant.
So Carol goes off away for the weekend, doesn't she?
Yeah. But why did she come back later that night? Or was it a whole weekend?
I don't know. Perhaps it was a week. I don't know.
Oh, because I thought it was a weekend.
Yeah, I thought it was a weekend. Because Rumsfeld's loving this now. He's got his gear on. He's got his
He's commandoed up.
gun. Yeah. Ricky's getting his friends round. You can tell it's all going to kick off, can't you? Art goes up to disconnect the power.
Yeah.
The sound effect of him falling through the roof and then hitting the ground was a sound effect of a bowling strike. So if you listen carefully, you can hear like the ball hitting the pins.
Nice.
Rumsfeld's up on the roof. Hey Rumsfeld, what you doing with your gun? Shut up and paint your goddamn house. Whoa, okay, fine. And he's like, Red Rover, let Ray go over. He's just loving it. He's been in control. He's like...
Yeah, he's back in the
army, innit? Yeah.
Red Rover over.
That's Red Rover. And they have no luck digging in the garden. Don't find anything.
Wow. Ray has no luck.
Yeah, good point.
Just doing that kind of just thing. It's harm.
Yeah.
Laying down.
There's always one guy in a sort of team event that does nothing in it. That was Art. So they break into the house. They can't use Art's credit card because he's all been burnt from the
electricity.
Yeah. Rumsfeld's on the roof with his biscuits this time, dipping them into his tea. Mm-hmm. And Ricky goes, "Yo, Rumsfeld!" And he falls off the roof. That's such a funny fall. And then the gun hits the floor and smashes the shoots. Yeah.
And then his mates look like,
"Way!"
Same universal. Just something goes bad.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Ricky calls the pizza dude. Pizza dude.
They keep going on about the pizza dude, don't they?
Yeah.
Pizza dude.
Just sound like
they
the
go to
Turtles.
Mackie D's as well.
They
They say McDonald's in this.
Yeah, he says, "I'm going to Mackie D's." He's like, "No need, I called the pizza dude."
Yeah.
Klopeks arrive back, but then they realise what's going on and they go out, don't they?
I presume they go to call the police.
They must,
they come back with a police cruiser.
Which is a bit odd when you've got loads of dead bodies in your house. You go and get the police.
Well, yeah.
Didn't think that through, did they? Ray and Art go into the basement, do some digging. and they hit metal, and he's like, "We found Walter. We found the crypt." But it's not Walter, because what happens next?
They break a gas line.
Yeah, and Walter arrives home as well, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Walter turns up in the car.
Well,
yeah.
I knew that was going to happen. There's no way.
Klopek's
Although,
alive.
yeah, to leave his dog was a bit funny.
Yeah, well, it was quick, wasn't it? He had sort of a
Heart palpitations.
heart palpitations or something. Yeah. Hit the gas line. Ray's like, "Run!" Art just makes it out, and the house blows up. Does that actually blow up? And it looks like it's so real.
Yeah. Well, they would have used special effects.
Yeah. And a great scene when Hanks comes out. It literally looks like he's been blown up. He does it really well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's got
smoking.
Some very good practical makeup there going on. Like one of his eyes is like bruised shut and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good. All right, that Ricky sure knows how to throw a party. They're loving it even more. Carol arrives back home.
Why? Why does she arrive back home without the kid?
Was it about the kid?
I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah. Like you said, was she away for the weekend? Was that one day? It's revealed that Walter had a funny turn, so he was taken to hospital. So he hasn't been knocked off. So it's a bit of a twist, this film. Sometimes you think...
Twists one way and twists back again, doesn't
yeah.
it?
Are they murderers? Have they got it wrong? Ray has to go at Art saying that...
Yeah, so it's like we're the paranoid ones.
Yeah.
We're the ones that people should be worried about.
Skip.
I quite like that, actually.
Yes.
I did. I found that very... And it went serious. Like, the way Hanks delivered that, it was just like no one was laughing.
No.
You know?
Because it's right sometimes. You do think sometimes, is it me?
Yeah. But I guess it's very relevant to these days as well. Like, or just history repeating, because it's kind of like that now. People are all paranoid of each other and looking out the window and curtain twitching in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose car's that outside there?
Yeah, whose car's that?
Ray says, "I've been blown up. Take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital." And he ad-libbed that bit when he picked up the bed and chucked it into the and then just jumps on it. Carol sort of says, "I'll follow you in. I'll follow you in the car. Are you okay?" "I'm fine, Carol. Yeah,
I'm fine. Yeah,
I'm fine." Now the plot twist. Come on, Dr. Klopek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I didn't see this one happening.
Yeah, this is good. He goes into the ambulance and says to...
you don't fool me.
Yeah.
You might have everyone else fool, but you don't fool me.
You must have seen the skulls in the furnace. But he didn't look in the furnace, did he?
No.
Well, he was saying, first of all, he's going to help him rebuild his house. I'm really, really sorry about, blowing up your house. I'm going to rebuild it. I've got some tools.
Yeah, that's it. Got some tools. He's going to fix up the house when he gets out of prison. But he tries to kill Ray. So they are murderers.
They are, after all that. And they knocked off the previous house owners.
Yes, which I didn't know.
They tried to buy it, but he wouldn't have it, so we killed him.
Yeah. How long do you reckon they've been in that house for? Because that house was a state.
Yeah. It was assumed that they were there quite... No, they weren't there that long, actually.
No, so the house was probably a bit of a dump for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the original script, he was supposed to kill Ray.
Right.
And then Tom Hanks come on board, and we can't kill Tom Hanks. So so the original ending was going to be that they kill Ray, which would have been better,
Weird.
I think.
I
think it'd be better.
Yeah.
Ray fights. He fights to survive and crashes the ambulance, doesn't he? Because old matey boy's driving the ambulance, the son. The ambulance crashes into Art's house, I think.
Yeah.
And then stops, and then they get out the car, get out of the ambulance. The car crashes or something like that, doesn't it? I can't remember what happens. And then Ricky finds some bones in the
car boot.
Yeah, the trunk. Is it trunk?
Trunk.
Yeah.
Trunk of America, but boot.
There's quite a few bodies though in the trunk.
What's he driving around with all them in the? Yeah.
Wow.
Rumsfeld's like, "Hey Pinocchio, where do you think you're going?" And goes and takes him out of a sliding tackle. And the funniest line I think in the film was when, is it Rumsfeld that shouts, "Art, your wife's home, and your house is on fire."
Yeah.
He goes, "My wife is home."
This is the first time you implied that Art's even married, right?
No, he does mention it at the start.
Oh, he does, right?
Because he mentions something about the crows, and he wants the missus doesn't like crows.
Right.
That's why he's trying to kill him. And he says her name really quickly in that bit in the kitchen, and something about she's gone away.
I missed that bit then.
Yeah, it's very, very quick. I could only realise it when I put subtitles on. And then Ricky looks at the camera and he says,
"Breaks the fourth wall."
Yep.
I love this street.
God, I love this street, which is cool, isn't it? And that was 1989 film The Burbs.
Yeah,
Well done.
1999.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Scott, was there a computer game for this film?
No.
Plain and simple.
Plain
No.
and simple.
Right. Okay. Do we have some memories?
Christ.
Yes, we have got some memories. We have because I've sent them you.
I forgot.
Get your phones out.
Get our glasses on so we can see it.
Right. We have. I think we have a couple of memories that Scott and Paul shall read. Over to you guys.
Big Kid Toys and Collections. Or Collectibles, sorry, on Instagram. Very underrated movie. Love the bit when Bruce Dern's character falls off the roof with the gun. Gets me every time. Also, Beth Golding from Farringdon. Back then, I was so freaked out by the look of the Klopex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird looking guys, aren't they?
But yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yep. Paul, have you got some?
Wow, my two are from two places I'd love to visit.
Oxford United.
No chance. No, somewhere a bit more sophisticated.
Oh, okay.
No, I do actually like Oxford. Massimo from Toronto. Love this movie. Growing up as a kid, it's one of my faves. Watched it hundreds of times. Any movie with Tom Hanks is awesome, and Corey Feldman too, of course.
Cool.
And second one is James Murray from Niagara Falls. Just bought it again. Love it.
Straight to the point.
Oh.
Love it.
That's 2 from Canada, isn't it?
2 from Canada.
Well,
yeah.
it depends because Niagara Falls is on the border, so half of Niagara Falls is
you get
US.
the American side, and you get, but most people know of Niagara Falls being.
I'd say Canadian.
Do you know what I think of when you say Niagara Falls?
What?
Superman.
Yeah.
Yes, the kid going over the top.
Yeah. It freaked me out when I was younger.
The stats of people who actually go over the top of that are ridiculously astounding.
Really?
Like dozens.
How high is the barrier? Is there no barrier or something?
Well, people just getting upstream and go over in a barrel.
There's barrel. There's someone who done it on a jet ski.
Yeah, and people die all the time.
All right.
People still do it.
But sometimes it's not the fall. What kills them is the after, because they get stuck in the water and
join us next
drown.
time for more worldwide facts.
Yeah. Join us next time on things not to do unless you're a complete dumbass.
Right. We've done memories. I'll put my notes back in the old one.
You not got any memories?
Fish it back up. No, I just done it for you two because I'm talking a lot anyway. I thought I'd pass it on for you.
No shit.
Right. What's that horrible looking thing looking out the window? It's a quiz. Quiz time.
Hey!
Right. Buzzers are back. And the Quizmaster's back. Hello. We have 13 questions. It's quite a lot, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But remember, Paul's 2-0 up because he...
I had 21 last time.
Did you?
Questions,
Yeah.
Jaws.
Right. Okay.
This could be interesting.
This is question 1. What is Rumsfeld's Christian name? Paul.
Donald
Rumsfeld. No, it's not.
Was he not in this film?
Who is that?
He's an American politician.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No. It's Mark. Mark Rumsfeld.
There you go.
Question number 2. What number do the Petersons live at?
I could win this 2-0. Do you realise that, Scott?
Scott.
667.
Close. Paul.
668.
671.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah. Rumsfeld is 670 and Art 673. God. Still 2-0. Question 3. What is Ray's son called? They do mention it.
I'm sure they do.
Old-fashioned 80s name. You don't get it anymore, Paul?
Robert.
No.
Oh.
Scott.
Michael.
It was Dave.
Oh. Dave is not an old-fashioned 80s name.
Well, you don't get Dave now, do you? Do you?
Our next door neighbour's Dave.
How old is he?
My dad's Dave.
Yeah. How old is he?
What, my dad?
Yeah, and your neighbour.
Well, my dad's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Dave next door, don't know.
Called, like, fluorescent.
He's younger than me.
Well.
Most people are.
Most people are, yeah. Right, okay, question 4. 3-point question here. Oh. So, Scott, you could take the lead here.
Oh, dear.
Okay, you ready? For 3 points. There were 3 dogs in the movie. Can you name them?
No.
No.
What? Who pressed Paul?
Yeah,
Pipit.
No, it wasn't Pipit.
Pippin.
It wasn't Pippin, no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so you had the Petersons, The one at the end and the one.
Right.
Was one called Princess? On my.
Close.
You have
but
to be
no.
exact.
No.
Fine.
Okay, we got the Klopex dog was called Landro, or Landru. There's a famous French, I think it was French, serial killer back in the maybe 1800s called Landru something. Vince was the name of Ray's dog, and Queenie. Queenie was Walter's dog. Queenie was also in Silence of the Lambs. She was Precious, I think it was.
Oh, right. Okay.
And Batman Returns, and she was called Darla in real life. So she's a dog that, what's his name in Silence of the Lambs? Is it Buffalo?
Yeah.
Bill,
Buffalo Bills.
I think it was his dog, wasn't it? Did he have a dog?
No, it's.
God,
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Because she pulls the dog down.
Yeah, same dog. Which I think that film was 2 years later. Okay, still 2-0. Question 5.
Good job. We've done the quiz at the beginning.
What was Rumsfeld's call sign on the walkie-talkie? No. Eagle Eye. Question 6. Who took Walter to the hospital? Scott.
It was his son and daughter-in-law.
Incorrect.
Daughter and son-in-law.
Paul.
Daughter and son-in-law.
It was daughter and son-in-law. It's 3-0.
I knew it was his daughter. I don't remember seeing the son.
Okay.
Oh, unlucky, Scott.
Question.
I knew this was happening.
Question 7. Ricky introduces a friend to Rumsfeld. When Rumsfeld's on lookout... Sorry. Ricky introduces a friend to Rumsfeld when Rumsfeld is on lookout. What is Ricky's friend's name?
Hands both disappear from the
Both
buzzer.
hovered our hands over.
First
We got
name,
this.
I'll give you first name. If you can guess his first name. Narrate his name. Paul.
Robert.
It's not. Paul.
Michael.
Nope. Do you want to guess, Scott?
No.
Have a guess at an 80s name. Come on.
Elliot.
No. It was Steve.
Oh, God.
It was Steve Kuntz. That's Kuntz. Steve.
As in the German footballer.
Yeah.
The German footballer who scored the winning goal against England in
No,
the
he got-
semi-final.
He got the equaliser. He got the equaliser.
His name is Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan Kuntz. So that was Steve Kuntz. And Steve Kuntz, Kuntzy, he had a T-shirt on that was Skull Skates, skateboarding brand. And Art, in real life, is called Rick. Him and his brother set up Skull Skates in the late 70s. That's Steve Kuntz. Question 8. Ray asks, what time does the ball game start? Art thinks it's
8 o'clock.
incorrect.
Noon. Did he say noon?
No, it's 1.
1.
I missed the game.
Question 9. You can still win, Scott,
No, I can't.
because we've got another 3-pointer coming up. Question 9.
You're twisting this anyway so Scott can win.
I know, it's unfair,
Bullshit.
Question 9. What was the name of the family who previously lived where the Klopex lived?
Oh, shit.
Paul.
Taylor's.
It wasn't the Taylors. Scott?
I ain't got a clue.
It's the Naps.
The naps.
Right, question 10. For 3 points. Before Ray's nightmare, Ray was channel surfing. What 3 films did he see?
I can get 2 of this. Is a 3-pointer or not?
Yeah, 3-pointer first. Point for each film.
Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Correct.
And I'm gonna Wicker Man.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Do you want to shout the other one? I've never heard of it.
No.
Race with the Devil was the other one. 3-2.
He's got 2 out.
And we've got 3 questions left. Observational question coming up. What colour are Art's golfing trousers? Paul.
Green.
They were green. It's 4-2. Right, 2 questions.
I can only draw then.
This is poised perfectly.
Feels nice not to lose.
Okay. Question 13. Jeopardy. It's the next federal holiday after Washington's birthday. Scott.
Oh.
There was-
Labor Day.
Incorrect. Paul.
Thanksgiving.
Incorrect.
Bugger.
So Paul wins because it is... When is Memorial Day?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Jeopardy. Remember they do the answer. Yeah.
Paul wins.
Well, we got one question left.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant Paul wins.
Right, okay, we'll finish on the last question. Finish the line. One thing about these old guys.
Oh, was that it? Sorry.
One thing about these old guys. Paul.
They've got one foot in the grave.
Very good. Very good, Victor, but it is incorrect.
I don't believe it.
You believe it, Margaret.
We created one. So
Scott.
of all the vampires or something like that, whatever it was from Lost Boys, I have no idea.
No, one thing about the old guys, they don't ever leave their house without their hair.
Course, yes.
Well, you can tell, like, I
14.
really thoroughly enjoyed that movie because it's good to see a film that I've never seen before.
I'll watch it again. It's good.
Yeah, I'm pleased that I watched it finally. But yeah, you can tell from my enthusiasm for the quiz.
Right, we have got to mention that we are on Instagram, obviously. We are no longer on Facebook because...
yeah, what's that then, Rob?
My Facebook got hacked when I was away on holiday. So I've lost all of my private Facebook over the last 20 years, pictures and everything. And also on my Facebook was the 3 Retro Movie Geeks. So we're trying to get it back. I don't think
I
it will
actually
come
turned
back.
on two-step authentication after this.
Yeah.
So thank you, Paul.
we might have to set that up again
under a different name.
Yeah. So you can't
for all
see
our
us.
Facebook users and followers out there.
Yeah.
Rob won't be the Rob won't be in charge of it.
But Instagram, we have got like 1,300 nearly followers. So
show off.
That's quite good. So that's still working. Shout outs. Anyone got any shout outs?
Not really.
No.
No.
Okay.
Don't like anyone.
I've got a couple. Kim Ward, who ate his movie girl from Instagram. She put a picture on of our mug that we sent her last year.
Nice.
She's still drinking out of our 3 Retro Movie Geeks mug. Thanks for that, Kim. Again, we've got Mark Beelin, who sent me some Jaws.
Hi, Mark.
Behind the scenes photos, and said he's looking forward to the next podcast. So thanks for that.
Hopefully, he's listened to Jaws.
Yeah, he's listened to it.
And Jaws was also on YouTube as a video podcast as well.
It was.
Which seems to be doing quite well. I've had more views of that than the download, the actual audio.
Yeah, that's because you get to see us 3 studs.
Me in a boat.
Hunky-looking men.
You're in armbands, you're in a boat.
and
you're yawning.
And yawning, yeah.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah.
Chris Rolls, he listened to Jaws while he was on holiday. He downloaded it and sent me a picture of him listening to, well, a screenshot of him listening to Jaws. He is on holiday now, so he's going to listen to this one, hopefully, because it's going to go out today. Thanks
and
for that,
quickly
Chris.
doesn't like you.
So also thanks, Chris, for the Oxford United tickets that he's just given me yesterday, which is why I've got to shoot off really quick after this. He's on holiday. Big shout out to William and Jessica as well. Those 3 are on holiday. So thanks for listening. That's his kids. One last one. Eddie Cox, my nephew. His birthday's on Monday. Happy birthday to Eddie. He is 29, I think, aren't you, Ed? I think he's 29. Right. We're going to try and do Karate Kid next, aren't we?
Yes.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Did you mention that when I went to wash my hands? Sardines?
No,
okay.
just said our 6 things.
So, Karate Kid is the plan. And we're going to do that, Scott, at...
An actual dojo at Can Do Martial Arts in Abingdon.
Which is where Scott works.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try and do it there. Try and get a couple of guests on as well if we can.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't, it'll just be us 3. But if we can't get a date for that in the next few weeks, we're going to do one of those ones with just 2 of us, aren't we? So we're going to see what happens.
3 of us?
Or 3 of us, yeah. Well, if we can get 3 of us...
Get in the dojo.
If we can't get 3 of us... If we get 3 of us, we'll do Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whew. It's confusing, isn't it? Right, is that it?
Yes. All for me.
Okay, you done, Paul? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we're off to go and finish these sardines. I'll go and get... Do you want me to go and get them?
Nope.
No? Okay. Thanks for listening. Keep it retro. Open that window. It stinks of fish in here, doesn't it?
It's just starting to get good. I'm going away for a while, Ricky.
We should keep an eye on the neighborhood for me.
You betcha, Mr. Peterson. No problem. God, I love this street.